Would you eat this if you didn't know what's inside? When it comes to food, Vietnam is a paradise of fragrant noodle soup, sizzling street snacks, and fresh herbs. But today, we take you to the wild side of Vietnamese cuisine, the top 7 horror dishes in Vietnam. These are the dishes that make even adventurous eaters hesitate, not because they're bad, but because they challenge everything you think you know about food. Whether you are a fearless foodie or just here for the shock factor, this list will give you a glimpse into Vietnam's boldest, weirdest, and most unforgettable bites.
7. Phá lấu.
This is the popular Saigon street food and everyone love it. At first glance, it looks like a comforting bowl of stew, a warm, golden broth bubbling gently, often served with banh mi or instant noodles. But look closer and you'll find a medley of pig offal, stomach, intestines, lungs, tongue, and sometimes even ears, all slow simmered in a fragrant coconut milk base infused with 5-spice, star anise, and curry powder. The organs are chewy, slightly bouncy, and soak up the savory sweet broth like sponges. For many foreign visitors, the idea of eating organs can be a serious mental hurdle. The textures are unfamiliar, and the thought of what you're eating might be off-putting. But for locals, phá lấu is a comfort food classic, especially popular with students and budget-conscious diners. It's warm, flavorful, filling, and incredibly affordable. The dish is a perfect example of how Vietnamese cuisine transforms humble ingredients into something rich and soulful. Eating phá lấu isn't just about the taste, it's about embracing a food culture that values resourcefulness, tradition, and bold flavors. In Vietnam, nothing is wasted, and every part of the animal is honored on the plate.
6. Bún đậu mắm tôm.
This colorful platter may look inviting with its golden crispy tofu, soft vermicelli noodles, slices of boiled pork belly, fried spring rolls, green herbs, and sometimes even fermented pork or boiled intestines. But what truly defines the dish is the small bowl of dipping sauce that comes with it. Fermented shrimp paste. This thick, purple, intensely pungent paste is made by aging ground shrimp with salt over time, resulting in a smell so strong it can make first-timers wince. To many tourists, the aroma is too much to handle, often compared to rotten seafood or dirty socks. But for Vietnamese locals, Mam Tom is a bold and essential part of their culinary identity. It's mixed with kumquat juice, sugar, chili, and hot oil to balance the saltiness and elevate the umami. Once combined properly, it becomes a powerful flavor bomb that brings everything on the plate to life. This dish is beloved throughout Vietnam. For locals, it's not just food, it's a cheap, satisfying, and proudly Vietnamese experience that challenges the senses and rewards the brave.
5. Rươi sandworm omelet.
On the surface, a Rươi omelet might look like an ordinary egg dish with herbs, but hidden inside are dozens of soft-bodied creatures that resemble tiny hairy centipedes. These sandworms are a rare seasonal delicacy found only in northern Vietnam, especially in provinces like Hai Duong and Hai Phong. These creatures live in muddy riverbeds and appear only during certain tidal windows in late autumn, making them as much a natural mystery as a culinary one. To prepare them, locals first clean and lightly boil the worms to neutralize their slime and scent, then mix them into beaten eggs with dill, green onions, galangal, tangerine peel, and spices before frying into golden omelets. The result is surprisingly rich and fragrant, with a slightly sweet briny flavor and a custardy texture. Despite their alien-like appearance, these sandworms are highly prized, not just for their taste, but for their short-lived season and high nutritional value. For many Northerners, eating this is a treasured autumn tradition passed down through generations. It's a dish that captures Vietnam's deep connection to nature, resourcefulness in the kitchen, and fearless approach to food. But to outsiders, it's a plate of hairy worms and a true test of courage.
4. Hột vịt lộn Balut.
This is one of the most iconic and most polarizing street foods in Vietnam. At first glance, it looks like a regular boiled egg, but once you crack it open, you'll discover a nearly fully developed duck embryo inside. Feathers, beak, bones, and all. Usually eaten when the embryo is about 17 to 21 days old, this dish is a protein-rich snack that's both nutritious and affordable. Locals season it with salt, pepper, and fresh herbs like Vietnamese coriander. While the appearance is undoubtedly shocking to first-time eaters, balut is deeply ingrained in Vietnamese culture. It's considered a warming food in traditional medicine, believed to boost energy and restore vitality. Many locals grow up eating it from a young age, buying it from street vendors during late-night cravings or as a casual snack. For many Vietnamese, it's not strange. It's just a part of life. In fact, the sight of someone slurping balut at a street corner is as common as someone sipping coffee.
3. Chuột Dong, rice-filled rat. Eating rat might sound like the stuff of survival show, but in the Mekong Delta of southern Vietnam, rice-filled rats are a surprisingly common and even beloved delicacy. These aren't city rats rummaging through garbage. They're wild rats that live in rice paddies, feeding on grain and clean vegetation. Once caught, they skin, clean thoroughly, marinated with lemongrass, garlic, and chili, then grill or deep fry until golden and crispy.
The meat is surprisingly tender, often compared to chicken meat. While the idea of eating rat is shocking to most foreigners, locals see it differently. It's free-range organic protein that's been enjoyed for generations. During the harvest season, hunting rats becomes a family tradition in many rural areas, and the meat is often served with cold beer as a drinking snack. For many, it's not just food. It's a symbol of resourcefulness and a celebration of countryside life. While it might make your stomach turn, to a Vietnamese farmer, rice-field rat is just another tasty dish from the land.
2. Dung dừa. Among Vietnam's more eyebrow-raising delicacies, palm weevil stands out for its squam factor. These fat, creamy coconut worms are often eaten alive, found inside the hollow trunks of coconut trees, where they feed on sap and grow plump. The larvae are considered a rare and expensive delicacy in the South, particularly in provinces like Bến Tre. The boldest way to eat them is raw and still squirming, simply dipped in fish sauce with chili. The moment you bite down, the worm bursts with a buttery, coconut-scented flavor. But for most first-timer, the real challenge is psychological.
The sensation of something moving in your mouth is enough to make some people gag. For those who can't stomach the live version, the worms can also be fried, grilled, or served in sticky rice. Despite their terrifying appearance, Duong Dua are high in protein and have long been seen as a luxury item during special occasions or family gatherings. But to outsiders, this dish often marks the point where curiosity turns into pure shock.
1. Tiết canh blood soup.
This dish is easily one of the most shocking dishes in Vietnamese cuisine, even for some locals. At its core, it's a raw blood pudding, typically made with fresh duck or pig blood mixed with fish sauce to prevent clotting, then poured over finely chopped duck meat, cartilage, and crushed peanuts. As it cools, the blood sets into a jelly-like texture, resulting in a dish that looks like a glistening red terrine. It's often garnished with herbs and served cold, usually alongside rice wine. To many foreign visitors, eating raw animal blood is unimaginable. It raises concerns about food safety, and the very idea can be stomach-turning. But for some Vietnamese, blood soup is considered a delicacy, especially in rural areas where ducks are freshly slaughtered, ensuring the blood is as fresh as possible. It's traditionally eaten during festive gatherings or as part of drinking sessions among men, where it's believed to offer strength and virility. Though its popularity has declined in urban centers due to health concerns and government restrictions, blood soup remains a fascinating window into the fearless, thrifty, and communal spirit that defines much of Vietnamese food culture.
So, would you dare to try them? While these horror foods might shock first-time visitors, they are true testament to Vietnam's resourcefulness, bold flavors, and deep-rooted culinary traditions. If you enjoyed this wild ride through Vietnam's most unforgettable dishes, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures into culture, food, and the unexpected. See you in the next video.